All right, and welcome to day 3, the final day of ICCC here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the greater Nashville area. We are on the podcast stage. We are Hyperspace Heroes, Brown Leader, DB, and Scruffy. And we have as a special guest today, Carol Silva. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, Star Wars fans will best know Carol as the handmaiden Rabe?
Yes, Rabe.
From the prequel films. And so she is one of the celebrity guests here this weekend at ICCC. And I've been following on social. It seems like you've really been having a good time here at this convention.
Oh, yes.
I think we even saw you walking around on the floor sales on Friday night with Nelson and just looking at stuff.
It's incredible. I've never seen anything like that. It felt like a theater performance where you go, it's so many different floors and you walk in and you get to know the people and, well, I've got quite a new collection of action figures.
Very nice.
But it's so lovely because you get to talk to people and then you go to the next room and then you go up a floor and you meet people in the corridors and everyone is having a lovely time. And also it's like very relaxing because like everyone the day has finished, they're having a drink, they had their dinner, so then you're just like walking and talking and meeting people.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And how's the convention been going for you so far?
Oh, very nice, and especially meeting a group of people, 5, and they showed me this game that they played when they were kids, and they said that they were saving me every time to move to another level. And I was like, no, I don't think it's me. And then they showed me the game, and was my little face there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, how cool is that?
He was so, Jacob is his name. He was like so excited. He's like, I come especially because I knew you're going to be here. And you won't believe how many times I have to save you. And then he showed me my picture and I was like, yes, that's me. I didn't know I was in a game.
What a wonderful experience. That's amazing.
So you get to know things that you never knew before. You learn and you meet lots of different people and it's a beautiful exchange.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay, so let's talk about, Rabe and how did you get into doing the Star Wars films?
So at the time, I was with Elite Premier Model Agency, and they were casting for young girls that were looking similar to Natalie Portman.
Okay.
And now we know why. And so the brown eyes, brown hair. And so I went to the casting, and Robin Garland was there, and she asked me to do a bunch of things, and she filmed me. And then she said she was going to send to the director that was in the US. And that's how. And
then the rest is history.
Exactly. So
were you a Star Wars fan before you got into the films?
The first film I saw was The Return of the Jedi, and I loved that. But the other ones, for me, I didn't know about, haven't seen the other ones. I was very young, and I saw The Return of the Jedi, and I loved it.
Very cool. Very cool. DB?
Have you seen the originals?
Oh, yes. Since then, yeah. But one question that they always ask me, which one is my favorite movie? And it's still today is the Return of the Jedi.
Right on.
Because
that was your entry point into the franchise.
I think that's a common thread.
Yes.
I know the original was my entry place, and I think it was for Scruffy.
Yep. I was Empire Strikes Back. That was the first one I saw in the theater, and so that's always been my favorite.
But it's interesting that you still like Return to the Jedi over the one you were in.
Oh, and with the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace 2 years ago, they were playing the cinemas, and I went to see it again in the big screen, and that was so wonderful.
That's amazing.
It's always better on the big screen.
Yes.
Yes, it is, absolutely. So What was the production process like for you and the other handmaidens, the other actresses doing that, playing that royal court? What was it like to film?
Oh.
What was the process like?
It was great. We were always together, and most of the time was me and Erita. And in the beginning, the filming scenes, we were us and Natalie Portman, and then we start getting the other handmaidens to do the other scenes, and it was so much fun.
Right.
Was it like a sisterhood?
Yes, like sisterhood, and Keira Knightley was only 12 years old, and she was there on set with her chaperone, and she was so excited and saying, "I am in the same agency as Ian McGregor," and we're like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yes," and then we're like, "Whoa, that's so cool."
So coming from a modeling background, what was it like? What did you think of like the wardrobe and the costumes for the film?
Oh, incredible, incredible. You wore them, the velvet, the leather, they're all so beautiful, so incredible made.
Nice.
Did you have a favorite?
Yes, the favorite is the battle one, because we felt very empowered by it. You put it, you have your boots.
Was it fun to do those battle scenes?
Definitely, they were, for me, the best scenes was the battle scenes, because you're running, you're hiding under the pillar,
Yep.
and so battle scenes were great.
Yeah, Phantom Menace is definitely one of my favorites outside of the original trilogy, of course, because that's what I grew up on. But I loved how beautiful everything looked in a lot of the worlds and on Naboo and stuff. So I absolutely loved it. What was your favorite part about filming that movie?
The favorite part is battle scene.
Just the battle scene?
Yeah, the battle scene. Being like we all together and we all running and being shot up from, there were people upstairs shooting at us. So it would create that perfect
That energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
Were they actually shooting something like Nerf or something?
Yes, and they were shooting like, I don't know if it was like little rubber balls.
Pellets?
Yeah, pellets,
way.
yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
I did not know that.
I met someone in an event who told me that they read about it in a book. There is a book that talks about props and things, and they read about it.
Right. That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah,
that's
I
very
did not know that either. Wow.
And one day when we were shooting and was a battle scene and we were running, and as Natalie was arriving to the pillar and the little bullet hit the side of it, a little bit of sparkles came out, dust, and she was quite near it. So that day we had to stop filming.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
So they stopped to check it out if it was okay, because a little dust came and she was a bit
Oh, that
thrown
can be
back.
serious.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I would not have guessed that they had any kind of power behind them.
Yeah, I would have thought it was
Oh.
pretend you're shooting.
Yeah. Right.
You make little pew pew sound.
Yeah, could be pretend you're shooting, but it makes more like everyone, if there is
A
people
more
out there,
realistic
it's
reaction.
just
Yeah.
to have a little authentic.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Authentic reaction.
Oh,
Very
that's
wonderful.
neat.
That's very cool. Scruff.
So tell us a little bit about your background in modeling and in acting. I'm assuming you got the part because of the modeling career.
Yes, and so in my modeling agent, I was the smallest one there. Actually, my height didn't even fit it has to be 170
Oh.
to be, and I'm 168. So somehow I made it. But also is incredible, because when they were looking for the handmaidens, you can't be tall because you have to match
The
Keira
same,
Knightley and Natalie Portman. So it has some funny ways of things to go, mysterious.
It worked to your advantage in that case.
Yes. And when I joined them, I always wanted to do acting. When I was a kid, I loved playing theater, and me with the kids, neighbors, we would put chairs outside invite our grandparents, everyone to see, and we would be performing. So I always loved that. So when I joined them, I said, I'm going to study acting. So anything that is towards acting, I want to be put forward for. So like doing commercials, and so that's how it happened.
Oh, very cool. Did you do anything else in school or learn it?
Yes.
Study anything else? Like dance
Yeah.
or something?
So I did. So then I studied with this American guy called Jack Waters, which he just completed 100 years this month.
It's 100?
He's 100. He lives in like a care home, and he teaches on Zoom.
Wow.
Like he's got an assistant and
Wow.
teaches on Zoom.
He still teaches at 100?
He still teaches, and his life was for teaching. He didn't get married. He, like, when he was probably in his 70s when I was being his student. And he worked with Sigourney Weaver, I think Robert Duvall. There is a list. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like from the old school.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's neat. You're in a pretty nice group there.
Yes, but
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead, Scruffy, did you have some more?
no, I'm
Okay.
kind of fascinated with that.
So, outside of Star Wars, I was reading that you really seem to have a heart for theater. And that I was reading something where you started to integrate puppetry into theater. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, when I was doing a clown class, as one does, I met a friend from Tinka from Croatia, and we became friends in that class. And then she came back from Prague, where she was studying puppetry, and she told me, Carol, you're going to love it. It's beautiful, the art of making and performing with it. So I start learning about puppetry, the making, the performing, and then I join groups when performing with puppets. And then from that, I started working with children. And I went to Mozambique with a friend, Amanda, who was working with recycling dress. And with the leftover of the dress, I was making puppets with children in orphanages.
Oh, wow.
And then I started making with street kids, because Mozambique, they speak Portuguese.
Okay.
So for me, like, they would come, the street kids were coming to me and saying, oh, I was carrying lots of bottles of water, which were empty. And they were like, can we have water, please? And I would look at and said, but this is empty. This is to make puppets. And he's like, puppets? And I'm like, puppets, yeah. Do you want to make puppet? And he's like, me? And I was like, yes, you?
Aw.
And he's like, oh. And I said, what's your name? And he said, Josue. And I was like, yeah. Where are you going to teach us? And I said, well, you're always here on the street. I can come here. When? I said, tomorrow. And he's like, okay. So after I finished working with the others and I was in the orphanage, I came back. I got a card box, put all materials that I need to make puppets, tissue paper, glue, cards, scissors, and I took my little 2 puppets, and then I went there. But when I went there, and I saw on the streets, they were under a tree, and he was like 9 years old and quite small. But when I arrived there, he was surrounded with other boys and a bit taller, like 15. And when they saw me, they all like, their body language were all like, oh, yeah, well, what do you want? What's... And then I look at them, and then I just took my puppet out and said, anyone wants to make one of these? And they all start laughing. And then we sat on the street there and then we just start making in the sidewalk. We sat and start making. And the next day I met them again and made the interesting thing is puppetry. When you make your own puppet, the first one especially, it's very interesting because you're doing lots of projection, and they all made these puppets that smoked. So kids living on the street. So can I make him a cigarette? And I said, yeah, if you want your puppet to have a cigarette, sure. So they're making little cigarettes, and then I started going back in the evenings and doing different types of puppets with them. And by then they're all coming and just weren't like, they make puppet, but coming close to me, they all sitting around, and so it was a lovely experience. and then I invited them because we were there for 3 weeks and work in a gallery. So I said, would you guys like to make a big puppet with me in the gallery? And they said, there, inside there. And I said, yeah. And they said, okay. And when they came to do it, I was shocked because they all came with the same T-shirt and they were all clean because I've been working with them in the streets, but there was a strong smell around.
Yeah.
And, but then, and I was like, what happened? Where's the dishes from? What did you guys do? And they're like, oh, there is a little water near the street, so we wash ourselves. And the dishes was from an orphanage. So,
Okay. Oh, wow.
so we create this big puppet together and was
That's amazing.
and a friend who was documenting, because it was my friend project, Amanda. So suddenly he said, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this with them. So while we were there, he filmed as well. So there is a little film about it,
Oh, that's
a
very
little
cool.
documentary.
Oh, where can we find that?
I'm gonna check because before was on Vimeo, but it's called The Bottles of Hope.
Bottles of Hope.
Yes.
Okay.
We're definitely going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you come back next year, you got to bring the stuff with us and to make puppets. You know, whole class.
If you come back,
I would so do that. I would so do that.
Let's do a clinic on puppetry if you come back next year.
Oh, yes.
I would so do that.
And then I went to work into schools with a company, Creation Myth Puppets, making shows with kids. So in a week, we arrive there, we tell them the story the first day, and we start making. So they all make their own puppet, 120 kids, and by Friday, we perform to 200 people.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I did that for many years, which was incredible, but so intense.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
intense. In the end, I was like, I need a week to recover.
This is why I love doing what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We get to hear these really neat stories.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
This is fun.
Without a doubt. So for a while, I know you were doing, are you still doing your live stream on Instagram? I think it's Magic of Human Beings.
Yes. So I stopped in, I don't know which year now, but I have to bring it back
Yes.
because I have people coming to me and say, are you not going to do another episode? And I was like, yes, time to bring it back.
So for our viewers, Carol has done a series on Instagram Live called The Magic of Human Beings. And it's got its own Instagram channel, so you can follow not only her account, but you can follow that account as well. Right on.
Oh, yes.
And what would you talk about in that show?
So I would be about the person that I was interviewing, and the magic of human beings is about our magic. Why do we do what we do? And like the same you interviewing me, where do you come from? What's happening? What was your process? So it's about them sharing their story that inspire us.
And who do you have on these? Is it celebrities or just anybody?
So I started with my friends who are artists, like a photographer, book illustrator, children's book writer, which is so amazing. Friends that been doing different things. Friends who've done meditation. So I
It can be
started with
anything.
I started with people that I knew. Because imagine starting up with people you don't know would be like
Yeah.
daunting. So it was great that I could start with my friends and then slowly start going to people that I didn't know, like A.K. Johnston, for example.
Oh, wow. Okay. And we can kind of empathize with that because that's how we started our show. Was we started with people that we knew, other podcasters, and now all of a sudden here we are on stage with you, and so the same kind of thing. I completely understand that. So you talk, and that's what we love to do, is we love to talk to people that are passionate about what they do. So yeah, you should bring that show back for sure, and you'll have 3 new viewers.
Yes, you will.
On that show if you bring that back.
Oh, great! and what I love about events like this, because it sparkles all kinds of things. You never know. It's such a beautiful surprise. Like I met someone like yesterday who said, "Why don't you do it back?" I watched it and I loved it, and then I was like, yes. Mm-hmm. It's like something that you've you become life doing things and you forget about those things. So
Yeah.
the sparkle is,
They do. And then sometimes they resonate with people more than you realize they do. It's amazing, amazing. DB, did you have some more questions, I think?
I hate to deviate from the
No.
puppetry talk because this is fascinating to me. And just on a side note, I had forgotten that Prague is kind of a central location historically of puppetry. And I have been there and I've seen some of the marionettes, and thank you for triggering that memory in me. But I was thinking, you were in the Phantom Menace, which is now 20 some odd years old. We'll leave it there. Did you ever think, oh, in 25 years, I'll be in Nashville at a convention? Did you ever think it would still be a part of your life?
no, never, never. And especially because like after the film, and I had friends who grew up with the original and they loved it so much. And when the Phantom Menace came, it was a big shock for a lot of the fans. But George Lucas, when we were filming, and some of the actors said, isn't this a little bit too childish? And George was like, no, this is for the children. This is for the young generation. It's like, the fans, they have their own Star Wars. And this is like for the young generation, which I got to discover now. So after filming The Phantom Menace and the years that follows was a lot of criticism coming towards it. So yeah, so I wouldn't think, and time shows, and so for me it's been a fantastic
Experience. Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, but it's been very strong to see the power of it, to see how it inspires so many young people.
If there was-
And not young people.
If there was another world or another IP like Star Wars or like science fiction or fantasy, something that you could be a part of, is there another like fandom that you, or another genre of movies that you would like to be in?
Like the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to be an elf.
An elf, very cool.
Not only a franchise, she knows what she wants to be with it.
Yeah. So that brings a question back to Star Wars. If you could play another character in Star Wars, a character of your choosing, what would you like to play?
Oh. A Jedi?
Very good. Okay.
Right.
Right on.
But yesterday, the Thief Dynasty, they came over and made me a honorary member.
Oh, very
Oh.
cool.
Yes, because they think that they saw a picture there, me with Anakin, so they thought that perhaps Anakin can convince Robbie. But then I said, oh, I'm not sure, because the Darth Vader comics that are out there, the Handmaidens are there and fighting, so
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
was an extended story in the
Yes.
comics. I remember that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Guys, did you have any other questions?
Do you have an action figure?
I do
that's
have an
awesome.
action figure.
Oh, we're gonna have to
So
find
good.
Now we gotta go find it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have your own action? Do you have it? Do you own one?
Yes.
Of course, of course.
Excellent.
Very cool.
And when I discovered I had one, because I didn't know I had one, was 2005 in Spain for a friend's wedding. And the day before the wedding, everyone is sitting, having drinks, talking. And she said, oh, I've got your doll. And then I'm looking at my friend and, what doll? What are you talking about? It's weird. She's like, you know Star Wars? And I was like, yes. Yeah, you. And I was like, no, I don't have a doll. She's like, you do. And I was like, no, it's Natalie Portman. And she's like, no. So she brought, and then I was like reading, and on the top, Rabe, and seeing my face at the bottom, and turned the back and stare, and I was like, wow. I was in shock. I was like, where did you get this? And she said, Toy Aris. And I was like, okay, I'm going. So I got one for my mom, my sister, my dad, my friends. I got one for everyone.
So that was Christmas right there, right?
Yes.
60 action figures, done.
Excellent.
Very cool. Well, Carol, it has been a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for joining us today on the stage.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, folks, there's still time. It's day 3 of ICCC here in Murfreesboro, greater Nashville area. There's still time to come down and see Carol and all of our celebrities. Come down, meet them. They're wonderful people right here at the con. And with that, thank you for joining us, Carol.
Thank you.